In this film, a former Marine, his brother, and many other young people, during a Korean invasion, they attempt to protect their country. Can they thus succeed in ridding their country of the Korean soldiers? The setting then changes to a football stadium. Jed, together with his father, he has come to witness his brother Matt's football game. Despite Matt's best efforts, his team fails to win the game. Matt and his girlfriend Erica leave after the disappointing defeat. Later, Tony, Erica's sister, meets Jed at a pub. Matt and Jed join them. Tony informs Matt and Erica that she would be dropping Matt off at his home while they are on their way. His father, a police officer, departs for his shift as Matt gets to his residence. The next morning, it seems as if an earthquake has just struck Matt's home. As Matt walks outside to investigate, he notices many fighter planes in the sky. They go out to locate their father and are instructed to follow him. On the way, a soldier strikes their father's vehicle. Jed kills the soldier, but his father's vehicle is damaged in the process. Jed is instructed by his father to go to the cabin and check on his brother's well-being. On their way there, they see Erica has been detained and Matt asks Jed to go to Erica's residence. The troops have taken Jed hostage, and they are now advancing on his vehicle. Jed is successful in murdering the troops that were going to attack using his cunning and methods. Many more individuals get in the vehicle as Jed leaves Erica's area, includes the son of the mayor. Captain Cho is also keeping an eye on the automobile driven by Matt and Jed. On their route, they have an accident that destroys one of the automobiles in their wake. Men by the names of Robert, Pete, and Daryl, the mayor's son. They are all searching their surroundings for potential weapons. They learn through watching television that the troops who assaulted them were Korean. Later on, when an automobile is heard outside the cabin, Jed instructs the others to take cover inside. And while he diverts their attention, be ready to strike. Tony, Erica's sister, and Matt's buddy Danny are in the vehicle. She tells that Erica is still being held captive by the Korean military. The next morning, Jed wakes the others and informs them of the dreadful news that Pete and his buddies had to conceal everything since they had fled with their food. When the Korean military gained control, the appalling circumstances in and around the city are evident. The majority of the city, Matt's father, and Erica are imprisoned there, many more Americans. Later, Danny informs Jed that the troops are aware of their location since Pete yelled it out. Captain Cho delivers the Korean troops their weapons as they enter the cabin with Matt's father. Father gives him a megaphone and instructs him to call his kids to leave the lodge. Instead, their father encourages them to battle the Koreans and rid the nation. As a response, Captain Cho kills Matt's father and sets the cabin on fire. Later, while the gang is disintegrating due to the terrible events they saw, Jed inspires them. He prepares them to combat the Korean forces. Yet they quickly understand that they need firearms. They murder several Korean troops and grab their weapons using a cunning scheme. The Wolverines, Jed's squad, are now prepared to take on the Koreans, and they start a few bomb explosions that caused chaos for the Korean army. Robert and Daryl grab some food from a restaurant. Matt eavesdrops and attempts to learn more about the location. He begs his brother to help Erica, but Jed declines since it would be dangerous. Matt informs Jed of how to contact Captain Cho while fuming. A bomb will first be placed under the stage, where Captain Cho will be seated. The Wolverines deftly place the explosives and assume their positions, putting the plan into action. Daryl sees his father with the Koreans. When Matt spots Erica on a bus, he detonates the device sooner than he would have otherwise. He gives up on trying to rescue Erica as they had intended, but Greg, one of the team members, dies. The troops enter the structure on the other side, where the Wolverines had hidden. Jed, though, stands up for them and can get the Wolverines out of the building. Matt and Erica conceal themselves in clothing as they attempt to flee the Korean troops. As they arrive, Matt learns that Greg passed away as a result of him. Returning home, Erica confides in Jed her worries over Matt's absence. Matt joins the group, the Wolverines later. When Tony and Jed are alone, Julie and Danny perish in this surprise onslaught, while the others survive. Safely escape. After some time, someone attempts to take Tony when she is sleeping, but Jed and the others stop them. The strangers answer their questions and admit that they are members of the US military, are here to ask the Wolverines for assistance. As the Koreans gained control, the US military did nothing, they discuss. The military guys and the Wolverines want to take the gadget. They penetrate a high-security facility extremely cunningly as they carry out their plan. The Wolverines quickly arrive at a spot where the wire is separated into 3 sections, so they proceed. Further, split into 3 teams. Daryl and Robert make up the first team, followed by the servicemen on the second squad, and Matt and Jed are on the third team. Nevertheless, when they see an officer, Matt draws his revolver and the man flees. Following the cop and killing him, Matt causes chaos across the whole structure. Makes a spectacular jump from the 3rd level to the 2nd floor, seizes the gadget, and leaves. On the other side, when Daryl flees the building, other soldiers stab him, but is let to flee. Jed orders Matt to leave the premises with the gadget inside. During a physical altercation, Jed kills Captain Cho but is also shot. Jed expresses his pride in his brother. All of a sudden, there is a gunshot with a bullet in Jed's brain, killing him in the process. The remaining Wolverines successfully leave the building under the non-stop gunfire. Matt asks how they learned their position while they are moving. As Robert examines Daryl's wound in response to this intrigue, they learn that Daryl was not stabbed with a knife, but an inside GPS chip was placed. The scene changes to Matt speaking to a gathering of individuals while their question is being answered. Eventually, the Wolverines assault the jail where the Americans are being held after growing in size. The Wolverines liberate several Americans as the film closes. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.